Hello everyone, welcome to Pavni Teachers. Today I came with a topic called arrays in C language. Okay, firstly I'll explain how we have to declare in C language. Before that, I'll explain what are arrays. Arrays means we have if we want to store a number of values in a single variable. Here in arrays we can store only same data type values. Okay, that means if you want to store 10 numbers, we can use arrays as data type to store in a single variable. Also, if we want to store some number of characters in a single variable, we can use arrays. Okay, this is the advantage of arrays in C language. Okay, firstly I'll explain how to declare an array in C language. If we are storing integers, first we have to indicate that the array is belong to integers. Okay, as here I mentioned, we have to give int, and we have to give here array name. Okay, array name and size of an array. If I want to store five numbers in array, here I want to give number as 5. Okay, and now equal to, and here I have to give the values, and we have to mention those values inside the flower braces. And if I want to store 1 to 5 numbers, that means 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, this is how we have to store five same type of numbers in an array. Okay, this is how we have to declare and give the values. This is one of the type of storing values in an array. I'll explain some other ways of declaring and storing the values. This is the one basic part of declaring. Okay, and if we want to print those numbers individually, here we have to use for loop. Okay, before that I want to take int I for further use in for loop. Okay, now I am taking for loop for I equal to 0. Here before that, I array starts from storing in index 0 to some n minus 1 values. That means here I am taking size as 5. That means it will store in 0th, from 0th place to n minus 1 place of an array. Okay, I'll explain practically while explaining the array. Okay, and here I'm giving the condition in the for loop as I less than 5, as I mentioned here. Okay, this is the rule of an array. Every array starts from 0 and ends with n minus 1. N minus 1 in the sense size of an array. Okay, and now incrementing I and opening the square flower braces, it is our wish to open or not if we are writing a single statement. And here I am giving the printf statement. Okay, printf statement to print values of an array. Here we you have to observe carefully how we have to give. First we have to mention array name. Okay, and flower braces and I value. That means at first iteration, as I is equal to 0, it will print the ith value of an array. Okay, that means it will print value of 1 in the first iteration. After I get incremented to 1, it will print the 2 value of 2. Okay, like this it will go on print until the array ends. Okay, here I'm giving space to get space between each and every number in the output. So now I'm saving this code and we'll check what output it will come. It has directly given the output as 1 2 3 4 5. As we mentioned the inputs as before, it haven't asked any input. Here it directly given the output. Okay, this is one way. And also as I explained before, we can store some characters also. To store characters, here we have to mention as char, and here we have to mention all store all the characters by using single quotation between every character. That means like this, quotation and a. I want to store first character as a and second character is b. Okay, now third character is c, fourth character is d, and fifth character is c, sorry, e. Okay, this is how we have to store any characters in an array. Okay, this is the way of storing. Here something we have to check. Yeah, it's good, it's correct now. Okay, here instead of D we have to give C as it indicates characters. Okay, the same, we will get the same type of output. I'll show you by executing. Yeah, here we can see it is A B C D, the output is same. Okay, this is one way of declaring an array. Okay, now I'll explain another method of declaring an array. That means here in the beginning we have to, mention the what size the array contains. Okay, now here I'm uh, declaring the size, and after declaring I should ask the user to enter the size value. That means what size the array should be. Okay, now after, sorry, here I should mention it. Okay, fine, I'll cut this. Here we should mention the user to enter the size of an array. Okay, now in the scanf, in the scanf we have to mention the code to get output, sorry, input from the user. Okay, or something. Okay, now after getting the input size, we have to declare the actual array. That means if we are storing numbers in an array, we have to indicate with integer as I explained before. Now we have to give array name and square braces, and inside the square braces we have to mention the size. Okay, not the number, we have to give size as we are taking size from the user. Okay, this is how we have to uh, declare an array if you are taking inputs from the user. Okay, after declaring we have to use for loop. Before giving the for loop, I am asking the user to enter the values, enter the elements of an array, elements of an array. Okay, now after giving message to the user, I'll use for loop. And here as we are using for loop, before that we have to declare an I, which we use in I equal to 0. As I said, array starts from 0. Here we have to give I is equal to 0 and I less than n. Okay, it stops when I gets equal to n. It works only up to n minus 1. As I before said, array ends with n minus 1 size while operating. Okay, now I'll increment this I value for every iteration. After opening square braces, here I have to use scanf to get each array elements, the same as receiving the same inputs from the user. But here we have to give array name square braces. Here we have to mention uh, what element we are taking. That means whether we are taking first element of an array or second element of an array, third element of an array. This I indicates that. Okay, if I is equal to 0, it will take the zeroth element of an array. Okay, this is how the statements work. After after taking the inputs, we have to use for loop again to get to print these array elements. Okay, and here now we have to use printf to display the elements. Here not needed to give percent ampersand, and here we have to mention same as array name square braces and I. Okay, this program will be, we can check by executing. Here it is telling some mistake. Yeah, here we haven't taken, here we have taken the size, so we have to mention here as size. Also here we have to change. Okay, again I'll try to execute. Yeah, there is no mistakes. It is asking to enter the size of an array. I would like to enter as 5, and again it is asking to enter the elements of an array. I'll enter elements as 1 comma 2 3 4 and 5. While entering each element we have to give spaces between each element. Okay, this is mandatory while entering the values of an array elements. Yeah, here in this line we can observe it is printing the output. Okay, this is how an array works. With same with characters, same with the characters. You can check by practicing. Okay, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe for further videos. If any queries, can DM in Telegram, Pavni underscore teachers. Okay, thank you for watching.